Good, man. Good. My sister call you?
Yeah, she came, stopped by.
Yeah. She decided to notary. She didn't notarize now, right? It's for me to just talk?
Well,
She was supposed to come in and notarize for me to be able to speak for the house.
Yeah, remember you told us like all she had to do was come in,
And do
sign
notary.
the paper, and
No,
notarize it.
that would be through the mortgage department. I don't do that part. The mortgage department does that. That's why I remember I gave you Mary's number to call
Yeah,
her.
yeah, but you said she stopped in, all she has, I had to produce a notarized letter to give to the bank so that she's off of it. That's saying that she wants something to do with it.
No. So that's done through the mortgage department. I don't deal with any of the mortgage stuff.
Yeah, well, when we were here, you said the mortgage company said, she could come here and you have a notary here that she could sign the paper that I would need to give to the mortgage company.
Well, I'm a notary. I can notarize.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't provide the papers. That's
No,
something you guys have to
she could have filled out that she just says that I can speak freely, and then I could have gave it to the mortgage company.
She didn't come with any letter.
Yeah, I know. That's what I asked her to do.
Oh, then I don't know.
Yeah, remember I said we needed a notarized letter so I could speak for because
Well, the thing is,
what happened is with me speaking for the last time when my mom first passed away, I had to sell the car that I had and pay the money. I was $1 short on a double payment, and they sent it back to me, and they almost took the house.
Mm-hmm.
So for the last 8 years, I've been paying it every month on time. I've got no credit for it. She won't come down here and work with me with this, saying that I can walk in and just talk about it, like fill out the hardship letter with them. All I wanted her to do was come down here and sign a notary letter with you, so that I could give it to the mortgage company and say that I could speak on behalf of the house.
right, but the thing is,
She didn't bring no letter with her.
Right, I think something like
Yeah,
that
but
would be
then what do we
received.
have to do then? Because our understanding was that she was going to come here, you're going to give her the letter to sign, and
No,
Or
I
she
don't-
would
I
do.
don't
She
see
would bring a letter just saying that
I don't get any
No,
like a
he could notarize it. She was supposed to bring a letter saying that I'm allowed to speak for. Because right now, for me to talk to the mortgage company, I have to have her with me.
Right.
She was supposed to come here and get it with a letter to get it notarized, so I could just speak on behalf of the
so
house.
then she can still do that and send it to the mortgage, not him.
Right.
But the problem is, she won't go to my aunt's. She won't go anywhere. She came down here and she still didn't sign the letter. So now she's.
Well, I don't think she knows she has to sign.
Yes, she does. I asked her. Now what she's doing is she's holding up 8 years of me trying to get this done.
Yeah. Well,
And she's trying to, well, no, she's trying to tell me that I'm the one that there's laws against this being held up, when she's the one holding it up.
Well, it seems like there was some miscommunication because when she stopped in, she said that
There's no miscommunication
she
with her.
said that she had to sign something, but she didn't know what it was that she had to sign. So clearly, she wasn't aware of exactly.
No,
what
she
was
was, because my aunt has a notary, my other buddy Al's a notary,
Okay.
and I told her, see, she came down to the bank, and she won't come in here with me. And I could have sat with you, like I talked with you. See, she's trying to avoid it for whatever reason she wants to avoid it. Because she wasn't
Yeah, I
coming. She
gave
waited
her-
till I went to California. Yeah, I got the letter. She waited till I went to California, and then she came here and
No,
talked
So
to
what do
you.
we have to do?
No, I gave her Mary's card, the same card I gave you,
Yeah.
some mortgage lady. and
Yeah,
I
she
told
wants me
her-
to put it in my name. I don't want to do that.
I told her okay. Well, I mean, but the thing is, I think when I spoke to Mary, she explained that unfortunately the way that it works with
I just want to speak for myself. She has nothing to do with the house.
yeah, but I think what Mary explained is the way that it's a little different when somebody passes, like depending on what happens with the house after someone passes. So it's like a different process that you have to go through. It's not
Yeah,
the same.
don't put it in my name because I've already been paying it for the last 8 years.
Right,
Don't
but
sign it over.
that part I don't know anything about.
That
'cause
part I
again,
do know.
Call the lady?
She told me I have to file for a mortgage. No, I don't. I've been paying it for 8 years. If she
Talk to the lady Mary? Did you ever call her?
No, I talked with Eleanor about this years ago. All she has to do is if she would have came down here and signed the paperwork saying I could talk, all these payments you were coming down here and paying, right? They would have seen that. All right, it would have been in our name, and we could have did the whole. It could have went her name, your name, or my name. Remember I asked her that? We were trying to put in somebody's name, but my mom passed away.
Right.
Now I fixed everything in there. I spent a lot of money, and I guess she thinks that she's entitled to something. I don't know, but all I want her, she'll tell you. I get on the phone with her, she starts screaming at me. My sister. It gets to 2 seconds, and all she does is scream. I ain't no money for you. Flips out. 2 seconds. So that nice person you see that came in here, is she that nice? No, she's an evil bitch. All right, plain and simple. And I'm recording this because I'm sending it to
What
her.
do we have to do?
Well, I'm going to go down to court and I'm going to file a lawsuit against her. She came down there, so all I needed was a notarized letter saying I could speak and go handle the paperwork. She doesn't want to show up with me. You see what the problem is? She has to do this with me.
I don't do any of that stuff. Besides
No, I know. Well, you were a notary. That's why I asked her to come down. She wouldn't have a conversation with me long enough, and she was there. for me to tell her that to come down here and see you. You just got to sign this paperwork. She starts flipping out on me. I didn't get the part to do it. You have to bring it with you and have it that I can speak on behalf of the house. You want nothing to do with it. All you have to do is have a notarized letter with that. Now I can go to the mortgage company that PNC has and speak for myself on behalf of the house and find out what I need to do. Right now, she has to go with me. Like, she had to come here when I had to make a payment that was late. They wouldn't take it from me. She had to show up here 8 years ago, and I had to pay it. I had to sell my car. I had no way to get around it. She didn't care. Right? And I've been asking her to come back all that time since then. And she hasn't.
Right.
So she didn't want to have the conversation with me that you knew to be a notary. She came down here trying to figure out what's supposed to do about this. She's telling me that I have to get a loan to buy the house. No, I don't. I don't have to do that. I've been paying the bills on that. The mortgage company will see that. I have all the proof. You see how we're coming in here?
Right.
When I go to court, I'm subpoenaing everybody. Right? And she can pay me $1 million for defamation of character and everything else that she's been doing. There's other stuff that she's just digging herself more and more in a hole between that. So I just wanted to know what's going on.
Okay.
Because so she came in here with no information. I had the information for her.
Well,
She won't talk to
she
me.
told me that she.
No, I told her she had to come talk to you. That's all I wanted. Is for her to come talk to you.
Right, but I
But
explained how
she didn't have all the information because she wouldn't talk to me.
Right. Okay.
So I was in California. She came to you without knowing that all you were doing is notarizing a letter so I could speak without her.
Right.
Because they will not talk to me. That's because both of us on the will. All right. Share and share alike on it. It says.
Yeah.
And all the debts. So all the bills I paid for the last 8 years, she owes me half of that because I kept the house.
Right.
Right? It doesn't matter how long it goes. There's no law against that. As long as we keep paying the bills, I paid all for doctor bills, all that stuff, and I haven't asked for any of it. All I want to do is just get my credit back
Yeah,
and
she
get
hasn't
going.
given us one dime towards anything, so.
Yeah, right? So now, I have proof that I came here and talked to you about this. I'm tired of her with her lies, right, to everybody else. It's not just you, it's other people. She'll tell you. So I just want to clear that up. I'll see if I can get her back down here so you can notarize the letter so I can speak to the mortgage company.
But
next.
make sure that you guys. She has the letters. I can't.
She just has to write. All she has to write is that my brother
Yeah,
Dean
I
and
don't- I
Senzi
can only notarize
can speak about the house without me there. That's all she has to write. You notarize it. I can send it to the mortgage part, and they'll speak to me about what to do. They won't speak to me without that letter.
Right.
That's the first process that has to be done before I can talk to them about me getting a mortgage, me getting a loan, or me selling it to somebody else. I can't sell it to nobody. I cannot do anything without her on this.
The only thing is though, the thing is, I don't know if we can notarize the mortgage letter here.
No, it's just a letter of her saying that I can speak to them. So you give it to them, and now the mortgage area will speak to just me.
No, I know.
Without her.
What I'm saying is though, the only reason I'm saying that is because under the when we're notaries under the bank. So because the
Yeah.
bank pays for us to become notaries, there's
Yes.
certain regulations on what we can and can't notarize.
Well, that's why
So-
here, if you do it here, my aunt does it, and Al does it. I have 3 notary letters. That means they could talk just to me. All right. Right now, me and her have to go to talk to them.
He understands that, but he's trying to tell
Yeah.
you.
What? All she has to do is write that I am allowed to speak for both of us. Tell him that he notarizes it. He sends it to the mortgage company. When I call them, they'll do the hardship. They'll do the talking with me. I can do the negotiations. Without that, I have to have me and her have to be in the same room to talk to them.
Right.
She's trying to avoid that. All it is her saying that it's okay for Dean to talk on behalf of her,
Right.
or I'm giving him my half of the house, or whatever, however she wants to word it. All I want to do is be able to talk with them, so I can move forward with the estate.
Right.
Right? She's not allowing me to do that. Right? It's been 8 years. All I need is her to come down and say she could. They had the letter the day she came in. I paid it. They said come back next week. We'll have the letter ready for you, so I could speak. She never came back. All right? She went for me to eat up here going dawn. I wanted her to come to the bank with me that day. She ate real fast and had to leave. I wanted her to stop here and just say, talk to them, let them know when I come to talk to you. You can just say, they're here. She showed IDs like we did, like her and I did. You put us on the same thing. We get it done the same thing, and then I could talk to the mortgage part of it.
Right.
Do you understand
No,
what I
I
mean?
get what you're saying.
That's exactly what the mortgage company told me, that they can't speak with me without a notarized letter saying that she is allowing me to speak for the house, the
Right.
estate. There's no
Because
executive.
The interest changes all the time.
Yeah,
like,
there's no executive, there's none of that. It's share and share alike and everything. There's nobody, none of us. If my brother Dewey was here, it would have to be all 3 of us in a room, sitting down, talking about it. My mom did it that way because there's no talking with her. Me and my brother could talk, right? She did the same thing to my brother that she's doing to me. So I don't know what the problem is, and I really don't care no more.
Right.
Right?
All right, so you
So
gotta-
now you do understand how it goes down because
Sounds good.
that came from the PNC from the mortgage. She could come here with you, you send it to them, I call them, and they say, okay, what do you want to do?
Right.
They can do a hardship, they can do anything, they can help me sell the house, whatever I want to do. I can't do nothing with it right now. All right, Ivan, thanks, buddy.
I will.
Thank you.